Xavier Rodriguez, what do you make of this?
Cricket is a sport. Sometimes your team will win, sometimes your team will lose. Opposition politicians must refrain from playing petty politics because the real reason is that India is above all. So, no games, just sports should actually be the mantra for all politicians as far as India is concerned. Now, why do I say that? Rahul, I say that primarily because the team, whether it's a cricket team, whether it's a hockey team, whether it's a football team, represents India. And India is not about Congress or BJP or an Aam Aadmi Party or in this case TMC. It is about India. And there are lots of hopes and aspirations that the people of India put in their team when they are playing, especially on a stage like World Cup. Therefore, we should really be thinking about sports and not games. There's a huge difference between sports and games.
There's a huge difference. It is indeed. And how tragic it is that that difference is today being deliberately blurred, that line, viewers. And let me bring in Dr. Sumansi Raman on this. Dr. Raman, why is a exceptional, and you might have even read editorials now in the newspapers, why is an exceptional gesture of sentimentalism, of support being reduced to a political stunt by the opposition? Have they nothing more to talk about in this election campaign?
I don't think that, Rahul, this is a political stunt by the opposition. First of all, I don't know if it is, it was necessary to go with a video camera and into the dressing room. Easily a photograph could have been taken and released, which would have conveyed that the Prime Minister expressed his support to the team and so on. Now, if you are looking at, people hurling, abusive speeches or epithets at you, you will remember last week the Prime Minister called Rahul Gandhi murkho ka sardaar. So basically, if you are calling Rahul Gandhi a leader of fools, I think that you will necessarily, if you dish it out, you will have to take it back. So I think that that is exactly what is happening now. And this, 5 years ago or 10 years ago, such statements could be used for political purposes. When opposition, oh my God, they are abusing the Prime Minister. But I think that script has worn through now, especially because the Prime Minister has no problem in saying things about the other political parties, especially the opposition leaders. So once that happens, people now say, okay, he's giving it to them, and they are giving it back. So that's it. I mean, I don't see.
No, Dr. Raman, there is a difference here. I think Xavier Rodriguez was talking about drawing a difference. Now, hang on. There is a political context. 1 second, sir. I am not here.
What is the political context in
1 second, Dr. Raman. Dr. Raman, invective flows both ways. Let's be honest about that. Okay. Let's be. No, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. There is invective linked to politics, and there is invective, sir, that shouldn't be linked to politics. So let's make that distinction. Now, I want to ask you, what is wrong?
Where does Jersey cow fit in?
It talks about, I presume, and I don't know this. I don't know this, the BJP can explain it, but I presume it came from this long tutelage, apprenticeship that Rahul Gandhi undertook and continues to undertake. Perhaps that, I don't want to go down that route with you. Because there is no end to this. Because then someone will turn around and say, what does Gandhi Nali ka Keeda, where does that come from? Or Neech, where does that come from? Or Chai Wala's, Beta, where does that come from? So,
or hybrid cow.
But 1 second, I want to ask you. Well, remember, the first person who talked about Sonia Gandhi's foreign origins, my dear, and broke the party was Sharad Pawar, who is today sitting in the India Alliance as its main convener. So please, there was a context there. I'm not in any way rationalizing the context. Excuse me, no, 1 second. Sumansi Raman, let's not be too clever by half here. Please, half the epithets that are used against the Gandhis have been used by opposition leaders when they were militating against the Congress. So let's not, but there was a political context. What is the context here and what is the kind of, let me ask you, sir, let me ask you, to use a word like Panauti, do you think in a modern nation that is aspiring towards, excuse me, let me just finish, that is aspiring towards, now you can, sir, you can today cherry pick, you can today, Rahul Gandhi used the word Panauti.
No, it was on social media for 4 days.
So are you saying, by the same yardstick, okay, so hang on, this is very interesting. Now look viewers, we are mainstreaming gutter conversations on social media and bringing it into the political mainstream. And who is doing it? Who is doing it?
Pappu? Who is Pappu? Why is he a Pappu?
So has the Prime Minister called him Pappu? I think the only person who has called Rahul Gandhi and hang on, one second.
But who called the hybrid
who called Rahul Gandhi a buffoon was an opposition leader.
Tell me,
the Chief Minister of Telangana.
What is political?
The Prime Minister has never called, 1 second, the Prime Minister has never called Rahul Gandhi a Pappu. Let me tell you.
But he has used the term hybrid car. Now tell me, what is a hybrid car?
I am telling you the context. Okay. Now you understand that. Don't be naive. Don't be naive.
I don't know the political messaging.
If you don't know it, sir, then go and read your political history. Understand what signaling is in politics. But you certainly don't.
Hybrid.
Okay, 1 second. Look, I'm not here defending. As I'm trying to tell you, invective has been used.
My point is very simple, Rahul. Both sides have been using.
Okay, so everything is fair in love and war. That's what you're saying. Okay, let me bring in.